Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here. Absolute beautiful day, gorgeous day at the range. Appreciate my wife coming out here. She's doing all the camera work and it's 90-some degrees. So it is hot, but beautiful, beautiful sky, beautiful day. So appreciate her, appreciate you guys watching. Today we're going to try out the ARX. I think I've got these in 45 and maybe 9mm too, but I haven't shot the 40 in a while, so it's my carry gun is a 40. So we're going to try these out today, and these are the Inceptor rounds. I'm not sure if you've heard of these or seen these. A little bit different bullet design. I'll show you a picture here in a minute. But according to this, and I've never shot these, first time will be today, but it's the next generation in defense. It says flatter, faster, harder hitting. And according to the box here, it says the Inceptor ARX bullets are engineered for maximum hydraulic displacement and terminal energy transfer to targets. And lethal force dispersion is what it says. Here's kind of the neat thing. They're copper, polymer, matrix projectiles, what it said. Barrier blind to clothing, devastatingly effective, low recoil, flat trajectory, high velocity. We'll check that out, every bit of that. What is pretty neat about this round, kind of unusual for, and I've got some round nose too, I may shoot and compare it to the different targets, but these are, like I said, 40 Smith & Wesson, but they're only 88 grain. Usually you're in the ballpark of 165 grain, 180 grain with your 40 caliber, and these are only 88 grain, but the advertised velocity is 1,430 feet per second with 400 foot-pounds of energy. So it's a pretty interesting little round. I'm kind of anxious to try these. I think I've got 9, like I said, but I know for sure I've got 45. I may have to test them one of these days too, and it's also extremely light for caliber. Per caliber, the normal bullet weight, so they're a lot lighter round. So we'll see how they perform. One thing I do kind of want to see is if they over penetrate, because for a self-defense round, that can also be a concern. But again, super excited. We'll try to get some targets set up, and let's see how this ARX performs out of the 40 Smith & Wesson. Here's the actual rounds. Now that we've opened them up, you can see the design here. Pretty neat. I'm super excited to try these. I really like trying new things, and like I said, the weight of the bullet is so much out of the normal spectrum. The design is so much out of the normal spectrum. So I'm really thrilled to get to try these out today, but I just want you to see the bullet design, and almost kind of like a Phillips head screwdriver, but not quite as much as the normal rounds, but still pretty neat. Just want you to take a look at them here. Hope the camera picks them up well, but we'll get some shooting here and see how they perform. In the midst of this video, doing the shooting and bullet testing, old Catfish John came up here and he wanted to fish, even though it's hot, he didn't care. And you want to tell him what happened, John?
Caught a fish.
So you're going to tell him about it? Well, I guess he's not going to reveal any of his secrets. He's just going to tell you that he caught a fish, but he wanted to get him on camera. It's hot, but he doesn't care. He's an outdoorsman. He loves to hunt and fish, and he's going to show you a picture of the fish that he caught. And we enjoy the outdoors. Appreciate you watching. So we're going to get some shooting, and Catfish John's going to get back to some fishing. So here we go. Now, it advertised about being able to pass through clothing or whatever. If you watch this channel, normally we do denim, and that's the FBI protocol. But we kind of wanted to up the ante a little bit today. Here is an old fuzzy top blanket. I don't know the material, but we've got it double layered. It's been out in the weather. It's old. It's stiff. It's furry. It's I think it's going to be a better barrier penetration for this ammo. Then I've got 2 small pine boards behind it. Then the water jugs. I may shoot some water jugs as well to show you how they react. But I thought for the first one, I think this will be a really good test. And if it'll pass through this, and this is more like a winter type scenario, especially if you live up north or even in the wintertime here in Kentucky when somebody's wearing a thick, heavy coat, leather jacket, Carhartt or something. So we're going to try it through a couple layers of this. I've got it double folded. Then I've got, like I said, 2 small thin pine boards, which I'll show you after we take this apart. Then some water jugs. So I think it's going to be a really good test. So let's try it out and see what happens. And real quick, if you probably noticed, our little table is different from what we normally shoot. I used to have a bench, like a picnic table bench, and it is set out in the weather, and all I was using it for was targets, but still, it got to where it fell apart. So we shot everything with tannerite on top of it, multi-calibers and big bore, and it just pretty much rotted and went to pieces. So locally, I'd mentioned that I needed something to shoot on. I appreciate Steve just right off the bat. He said, here, I've got a picnic bench for you, picnic table, just take it and use it. So I appreciate him. And then I got another donation here, this smaller picnic table, which was small and easy to get around. So appreciate you guys helping. And I know if I don't use denim, somebody's going to say, well, you should have used denim. Or if I do use denim, they're like, well, you used that last time for used water jugs. This isn't a perfect test medium. I understand that. But it's just something to try. I just want to see what this ammo will do. So, like I said, there is no perfect target, but we just come up with this. And like I said, this isn't a professional channel. We're just having fun. We're enjoying the beautiful day, enjoying the sunshine, and just going to see what this will do through some material, through some wood, through some water jugs, and let's see what we can learn from this, and let's just have fun together. Let's get some shooting. Let's try it out. Looks like we got a hit. This is redneck engineering at its finest. This blanket isn't ours, never belonged to us. We just found it and just thought, man, this is gonna be perfect for today. But as we shot this, it moved that, looks like completely around. So this is absolutely redneck engineering at its finest. We can see, these are the pine boards I was telling you about, just some kind of cheap, but you can see the hole had no problem with looked like the material, had no problem, of course, with the wood. Absolutely, I shot a little bit low here. It's hard to tell exactly my point of aim looking from that side, but it did just obliterate this. And I was hoping to retain a bullet, but it does not look like we're going to be able to. So I may set this up again and try this again and see if I can't recover a bullet. I don't really think we're going to get any expansion, but I would like to recover one and try it and see for myself. So we'll set this up and try it again. Let's try it again, see if we can't recover this bullet. Looks like a more centered hit. Let's check it out. Okay, ready? Well, here we are. I'm gonna peel this back. Looks like a much better shot as far as the centered up with the jugs. The problem is once you cover it up, it's hard to tell exactly where the jugs is and the point of aim. It looks like we got a much better hit. But this jug, really popped this jug good. Looks like it started just to barely nick this jug, and we will pick this table up and look later. But I'm afraid in this jug, we had, looks like a hit here, and it kind of come out the side, so it just looked like it pretty much just nicked this jug. A lot of times when water hits bullets, it will deviate. When bullets hit water, the bullet will deviate. Sorry about that. I just misspoke. But as of right now, I don't see it. I'll take these out so I'm not hollering at you. I don't know what to do here, whether to set up a full metal jacket and see how it compares to a full metal jacket. But I think what I'm going to do is just shoot one water jug, and I will see what the devastation looks like out of one of these, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to get much expansion. And this isn't going to be an end-all be-all test. You can't come to the range with 2 rounds or 10 rounds or half a box of ammo and get consistent results, everything that you're going to learn about the ammo. But just with a couple rounds I have fired, the recoil is very minimal. The other thing is we can pretty much conclude with that wood and that material that barrier penetration is not going to be an issue. It's going to pass right through barriers with no problem. So if you're wanting something that's going to pass through barriers, you're worried about whether, I don't have a windshield to shoot, whether it's a windshield or like I said, typically in self-defense situations, it's not going to be a whole lot of barriers anyway. But, if you are concerned about penetration and wanting something that's going to cover, clothing or Carhartts or what we mentioned about winter coats, then so far this round looks like it's going to be certainly capable of that. So I think I'm just going to try one water jug. Let's see the devastation. Let's see how it performs. I turned my couple of wood pieces the other way, but you can see where I'd shot the other 2 rounds. But what I thought about doing after I shut off the camera is I'm just going to shoot this water jug then have these couple boards set up, and then there's a water jug behind it. So it kind of gives you a little bit of different test medium. Instead of hitting clothing first or wood first, we'll hit the water first this time. And water is about as good as target as you can have when it comes to like a hollow point expanding rounds. But I don't think these are going to expand. But there's a lot when it comes to self-defense. You got to watch about over-penetration, under-penetration. We understand all that. And on a hollow point, you want that expansion. But this, you're getting quite a bit of velocity. I mean, I know it's only 80-some grain bullet, but when you're traveling that fast, velocity certainly is a factor too. So, so far, I like these rounds. I'd have to have a lot more test with them, but they feed great, they shoot great. The recoil is very minimal. If you're recoil sensitive, you have arthritis in your hands or whatever. But so far, I really like these rounds. I think they could be certainly a benefit to you, especially in the right scenario. But you do need to test them on your own and watch about over-penetration, because I've never shot these through ballistics gel or anything, but over-penetration looks like it could be pretty easily accomplished with these. But anyway, let's try it out. Let's hit this water jug, and if I get wet, I'm not going to care a bit because it's hot. It'll probably feel good. I'm not sure, but she can bring the camera over here. I see something floating. I'm sorry. No, I thought we captured a bullet. I seen this right here. I thought it was a fragment of the bullet, but I think it's just wood floating. It's actually floating. It's not in the side of the jug. So I got my hopes up. I'm going to check and make sure. No, just wood chips, just pieces of the board itself. I can't get them all, but here you can just see. So I'm sorry, it was not a fragmentation, but you can see it absolutely had no problem with the jug. I mean, it was very, very good results. You can see here, of course, had no problem with the board, and then it had no problem with the second water jug. So there's so many things taken into consideration when it comes to picking the defense ammo that's right for you. Like I said, hollow points, there's expansion involved, there's velocity that's involved, bullet weight's involved, the size of the bullet's involved. So it's hard to say what bullet's right for me, and because your case may be different than mine, your situation may be different than mine, your carry gun may be different than mine. And I will tell you this, I've learned this from Paul Harrell. I tested some law enforcement around Winchester, the Ranger T series in 40 caliber, and they were phenomenal. The expansion they had was phenomenal. They had the talons just like the old black talons did. They were created after that. And then Paul Harrell tested some, and he had some good results too. He tested the same bullet in 9mm. They didn't perform well at all for him. So just because it performs well for somebody and on a certain day, there's so many variables, whether it's wood, whether it's water, whether it's clothing, it'll affect expansion. So what you got to look at is of a lot of things. You can't just look at expansion. You can't just look at caliber. You can't just look at penetration. You got to look at across the board and pick what is best for you. Like I said, I do think over penetration can be easily achieved, but you got a lot of velocity. When that first impact, I certainly think these are a capable round. And like I said, I know a lot of people, it seems like here lately, has talked about barrel penetration and what about clothing and all this stuff. Well, if you're looking for something that looks like it's going to penetrate and not have any problems with barriers, and like I said, this isn't the end-all be-all test, but I'm pretty happy with the results so far of this round, and I'll talk a little bit more about it, but I may set something up else real quick and try it out and see what you think. And again, yeah, this is certainly going to take further testing because I have never shot this round until today. I don't know anybody that carries this round, but regardless of whatever round you carry, make sure you test it, you go to the range, you see how you shoot it. But something I do want to mention, because that was such a lightweight bullet, you have to be very careful because I'm shooting really close. But if you're used to shooting something like 165 grain or 180 grain out of your 40 caliber or whatever caliber it is, if you have a bullet, because you want to test all bullets regardless, but if you have a bullet way outside the spectrum of what the normal weights are, that can really affect your accuracy, especially a little bit further ranges. But anyway, I'm just going to try this. This is more of your typical ammo. This is just your ball ammo, just your practice ammo, your target ammo. This is 165 grain for the 40 Smith & Wesson. So let's see how it performs and see if you can tell any difference in the destruction of the first water jug here. This is a bigger bullet, but it's moving a whole lot slower than that ARX, the extremely fast, lightweight bullet. So let's try it out. And again, I don't care to get wet. It actually feels great today. So I'm gonna, same setup, water jug, a couple pieces of wood, then another water jug. Let's see how she performs. Let's check it out. Yeah, I certainly got wet. I couldn't really tell, you know, as far as the devastation just from behind the gun of either round. Of course, it certainly had no problem with this. I know there's a 40 calibers got a lot of haters, and I really don't understand why. I know it's a little bit, well, now it's not. It's about the same price as 9mm, because 9mm is getting harder to come by. Again, just more pieces of wood during these times. As of today, when I made this video, ammo for the 9mm is very scarce, and then when you do find it, the price is really high. But I really like 40 because you've got a bigger bullet moving fast, and you kind of get the best of both worlds, and you still have decent capacity. I'm not here to argue 40. You carry 9.45, 357 SIG's also a great round. But like I said, I'm still be able to carry a compact gun here. This is the M&P 40 caliber from Smith & Wesson, and as you can see, it's clear now. But this is still a compact gun that I'm able to carry, concealed carry very comfortably, and it holds 10 in one. So even if you don't load to full capacity, 9 in one or 8 in one, you still got a lot of rounds and a lot of firepower out of a handgun. And this is the bullet that I was shooting. It's the Federal 40 Smith & Wesson grain, 40 Smith & Wesson. Well, I can't even talk today. Forgive me. The 40 Smith & Wesson, and it's just your ball ammo. It does have a flat nose, more like a semi-wad cutter. So they're not perfectly ball ammo like more of a 9 or a 45 would be. But you can see that was what I was shooting on the next round, and we'll see how it compares to the ARX. But we had a lot of fun today, and like I said, it's important that you pick the right ammo for you, and it's important that you have the sight set in for the ammo that you're using. So don't, I know ammo is expensive. Now the target's about as expensive as the defense ammo, but don't go to the range and target practice with a certain round that's a target round and think, oh yeah, it's on, it's shooting good, and then load your defense round without testing it and thinking it's going to hit in the same place, because it may or may not. Also, you want to just see what caliber is best for you to carry in your gun that you're actually going to carry. There's a lot of things to take into consideration, but like I said, had a lot of fun today. I really did enjoy those rounds, but to be honest with you, penetration is what you're wanting. Let me know if you want to see some more. I've got more of those rounds. If you want me to line up a bunch of jugs and recover a bullet and see how far they'll penetrate, I've also got them in different calibers. If you want me to make another video with one of those, just let me know. But let me know your thoughts, because like I said, this is the first day I've had it to the range. So do you carry this round? Have you ever shot this round? You know anything about this round? You let me know. So we're just having fun out here, but we do appreciate you watching. We appreciate you commenting. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. And it's not about an ego or anything, but I really enjoy this channel, and I would really like to make it to the 10,000 subscriber mark. I know that's very small compared to a lot of channels, but it means a lot to me. I think it would help me when it comes to advertising. It would help me when it comes to being able to get resources to make these videos as far as ammo and different test mediums and stuff. So if you like this channel and you're watching, if you wouldn't care, share it with your friends. Check us out on Facebook, The Kentucky Patriot. I'm not going to salute because I've got a gun in my hand. Signing off. May God bless you.